All right, we'll leave it at that because we're moving on to a story we're also watching today in Brussels. The city honoured British Labour MP Jo Cox by naming a square after her. The ceremony took place in the city centre, close to the Ancienne Belgique music venue, which Cox loved to visit. Many friends and colleagues gathered to remember the politician. The mayor called her love of Brussels remarkable. Cox worked at Parliament as an assistant to an MEP, and she was murdered in 2016 in June by a far-right extremist in the midst of the Brexit campaign. All right, Maeve, you had gone to that event today. Can you tell us what that was like? What was the mood and?
Absolutely. Well, I was the first reporter there this morning at 7 on Good Morning Europe on Euronews, and then I was the last one to leave at 3. So I saw it all. I saw how it started. I saw how the square this morning was just an old kind of abandoned square, if you like, just hidden behind Ancienne Belgique, the very popular music venue. But by 1 p.m, it was full of people. Almost a little bit like a Labour Party conference, in fact, because a lot of them had come over, including Jeremy Corbyn. But it was actually very nice. I spoke to, of course, Jo Cox. It was a Jo Cox is his sister. Sorry, it's been a long day. And it's a very difficult day for her and for her parents, of course. But she was really happy that it was the friends of Jo Cox who came up with this idea to put this square in her honour in Brussels.
All right, let's take a look at that clip that you did for us today.
I miss Jo every day, in every single way, really. Just those little things like ringing up when you've got some news, finding out about the kids. Really simple stuff, I think, as anyone would probably miss someone so close to them.
And if she was alive today, what would she say about the state of the Brexit negotiations?
I think Jo would be extremely saddened that things have gone the way they have in terms of Brexit and in terms of our relationship with Europe. But equally, she would never give up hope, and she would want to keep working towards a solution as much as we possibly can.
And what would she think about the disunity in Europe?
Jo would be extremely sad. Jo had many identities. She was a proud Yorkshire lass. She was from Yorkshire in England. She would consider herself a proud inhabitant of Great Britain, but she would have considered herself a strong European as well. And I think she'd be extremely sad that identity potentially is been fractured.
And what will this mean, having a plaque here in the city centre of Brussels in her honour, the Jo Cox plaque?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a wonderful tribute from the mayor and from the people of Brussels to remember Jo and the many happy times she shared with her friends in this city that she really loved. It was a very special time for Jo. She was here in her 20s. She celebrated her 30th birthday here. We all came over and had a big party. So to have a permanent reminder of Jo and the values that she held is very special for us as a family.
And finally, do you think the square in the city centre of Brussels will be used as a place to protest or for people to go if they want to create more social justice?
I hope that Jo's Square will be used as a place to create happy memories. I hope it'll be used as a place where people come and reflect on things and remember Jo and the values that she held. And come together in a positive way. It'd be really lovely to think of lots of very happy memories being created.